Hey, let's build a buildable figure from something called Wangao. Wangao. I don't know. You can tell it's supposed to be licensed, isn't it? I don't know. What is that right there? Is that the artist signature? This is the cover art. Pretty cool. It's got superheroes. Here's all the information on the bottom, which I can't read except for the numbers. Here's the one side of the box where the art comes from. And we got some more Chinese and numeric numbers, Roman numbers. Actually, people think Roman numerals is something different nowadays. All right, so we actually it would be Roman. It would be offered. Never mind. You're not here for a lesson in numerology. Here's the 12 different figures you can get. Now, you might get the Iron Man in the middle instead of the Iron Man. I didn't. I got the regular old Iron Man. I'm fine with it. Although it would be cool to have that Gundam looking one. So in this one, I may be getting Thor, or I may be getting one of these three, or Thor, because I haven't opened those yet. And I have opened, but I haven't built Venom because it's like knowing what your Christmas gift is, you're not as excited. Oh, I got Dead Poo Poo. So this one will be Dead Poo Poo. Inside you get some instructions that are the same, though. There's evidently a special golden one, I guess. And I begin to wonder if this number is something you do to get this golden one, because I can't read Chinese. Anybody can read Chinese? Let me know what that says. I guess I can use some kind of like computer thingy-madob. What are they called? The interwebs. But there's so much that's not on the internet, especially of this kind of stuff. All right, same information is here. It's on the side. Building instructions, but they're all pretty much the same as far as building. So unlike Blokees, they come in a bag that you can see once you open the box. Blokees is a blind box and blind bag on most of them. Now I like Deadpool just for the simple fact he has like swords. And I like swords. He's got black shoulders. Where's his face at? Did they have a hamburger? Oh no, they got the okay, so they got the faceless face for him. So you got like a little thingamabob right here to put together. You got to find the neck. Stick this in that little slot. And then the front plate, or you can stick in the front plate. Either way, sandwich it. And it gives you the hole for the bottom of his neck. Which is so weird they would use skin color for him. I don't think any of his skin shows at all. Now he does have a waist articulation, and you can tell from his arms and his legs, they're going to be ball jointed at the shoulders. He's got two katana, which are cool. I like katana. All right, from here, we can just build his legs. Now there's most of these pieces are left-right universal, except for the thighs. There's definitely a right thigh and a left thigh. I just keep wondering if I'm ever going to get one that has the same, like, two right thighs or something. That happened to me with a Star Trek figure, Spock. He had two of the same leg, and they were both facing forward in the package. You couldn't tell. And, but his right leg and his left leg had the same, they bent forward. Because his thighs, he had a right thigh on both sides or something, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't the lower half that was messed up, it was the upper half. So he could bend like this, and then his other leg would bend forward. All right, oh, he's got black shoes. Okay, that's weird. Figured he'd have the same color shoes as he does, you know, right above it. Almost like he's wearing pants. Dun, 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 dun. All right. He also has two guns. These little blasters. All right, so for his shoulders, I've yet to figure out which one's the right and the left, but I'm going to start using this one as the left because the dot's up higher. I don't know. But first off, you just got to stick these little things in. And I keep them on the sprue because I got fat fingers. It makes it easier. Stick those in first. Look to see if there's any paint on anything, so you want it to get the wrong side. Look carefully to see which way, because you do got to go in an angle on these. So for this one, I got to go in an angle here. And that is actually the way I want it. I want this to be the left arm. Right here, it's going to go the same way, but I'll twist it around once I get it on. So I want this to be the right arm. Then put the hands on if you want to. The hands are universal, left and right are the same. It just makes everything easier to print for them or to produce. I try to click it in, but the clicking doesn't seem to help too much with this. Now the shoulders, the skin color doesn't really show through, which is kind of where they would use it. The legs, it definitely does. It looks like he farted so hard he blew out his pants. You got this extra piece of plastic, just recycle it. He's starting to like Michael Jackson from Thriller. That arm's loose. All right. Oh, there's a piece to put on there for his swords. So let me take his head back off. It's like the ninja from Lego, the little sword pack sort of. So since I want his weapons with him, I'll just put both of his swords in here. Oh, those swords are cool. Crossing. Because his guns, I don't know if there's a place to... Let me put the swords in his hand, because that is my favorite weapon. Let's see, is there a way to put his guns in there? I mean, they look like the space blasters, but slightly bigger for Lego. I don't see a way to holster them on this thing, or there's definitely no holsters on his side of his legs or anything. Okay, so he's got both weapons in his hand. He's also got the other two. Now I know most of you are going to say the sword is definitely cooler. I agree. I 100% agree. I agree with you completely. So this kind of gun right here, I imagine the top has got like the little red dot thing. All right. So he's got like a ball joint up here, which is loose. He's got the bicep rotation, 90-degree bend at the elbow. The elbows on these are a little loose, so even if you pop them in, they're going to pop out at some point when you're playing with them. He's got a swivel at the wrist. His head is like what are those little dolls from Lego are? It just reminds me of the way they're made. I wish it was a ball joint head. He's got a swivel at the waist. He's got a ball joint at the thigh, which you can unfortunately see him. He's got 90 degrees at the legs. And unfortunately, when you try to lift his leg up to make him sit, he, see that joint's really loose. They're not normally that loose. This one's also loose for some reason. It's really strange. When you want him to sit down, he's going to have to do the Star Trek figures from the 90s with the V crotch. He's got 90 degrees here, and he's got a ball joint at the feet, which makes him standing fairly simpler. When you put him on a Lego thing, which you could definitely put him on Legos. I have a Dollar Tree Lego thing in my bob that I plan to store these in because they're fairly small and they should all fit in there. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. This thing right here. Even though I'm not a Deadpool fan, I must say this is one of my favorite figures so far. Not because he's all loose and falling apart, but because he has katana. And the guns are kind of cool. So this was one of those $1.25 things at Dollar Tree. It's a storage container, and you can put the figures on top of it. And they hold pretty tight, except his sword coming out of his backpack. I didn't foresee that coming. All right, so let me know which one's your favorite so far. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.